Hi guys, I hope you're having a great weekend, and as usual, all the necessary links in the video description and my test system setup details also in the video description. So those of you that actually read my test system details in the video descriptions could have noticed that for some time now there is a new speaker in the reference setup, new speaker cable. And that's what we will be talking about today. You see, after I got AST silver pure XLR interconnects that I've been reviewing about 2 months ago or something like that, I started to save some money, and you could see that in my slightly cheaper stuff that I was buying for the reviews, because I wanted to get my hands on AST pure silver wires for the speaker cable. It's not finished yet. I need to put on external sleeve and the cable splitters. That's the sleeve, and we'll be talking about that a little bit later. And these are the cable splitters. But since I've been using this cable for some time now, with different amplifiers, with different reviews, I'm ready for the speaker cable review now. As for the price, this exact wire is 61 euro per meter of the wire, but you have to remember that you will need 2, 3 or 4 strands per single run, depending on the thickness of the cable you want to make. So this is AST made silver wire in teflon isolation. This is super pure 6N plus silver with 0.95 millimeter diameter for a single run, and we have 4 strands per cable, and obviously we have 2 cables per channel. Each wire is covered with outer teflon sleeve, and then we have a cotton sleeve for each cable. So as you can see, the wires are braided and they are twisted together at the end. Let's have a focus here. Yeah, and this is 0.95 millimeter per single run wire. It's quite thick, and it's quite it's not very flexible. It's a solid wire, so you can do stuff like that, but do not do stuff like that. It's springy. It tends to coil a little, but then again, once you straighten it out, you can bend it and you can place it exactly as you like. As you can see, the single wires are covered in teflon isolation, and then we have a cotton sleeve on top of them. Yeah, like that. Let's move it back here. Yeah. So it looks nicer, but still there are some problems with cotton sleeve. I need to use some PVC external sleeve on top of that, as cotton attracts the dust, and I want the cable to look better. There will also be cable splitters on the ends, and then we have German WBT pure silver spade connectors. So the spade connectors I decided to use are produced by WBT from Germany. Yeah, these are quite popular and well known. These are made from pure silver, but the thing that worries me is that they've started to develop cracks, as you can see here on the bottom, and you may not see that clearly. Some of the cracks are on the top of the plastic here. The thing is that the screws mounting the cable are pushing towards the silver on the bottom here, and as much as you want them to push hard, because there will be a better connection between the wire and this silver in the connector, at the same time this is plastic, so if you're screwing the screws you may have something like that. And this one is one of the better ones actually. This one looks terrible. Yeah, so you have to be aware of that, and you have to be very careful when you're screwing those little screws. Still, I like them because they are made of pure silver, and I wanted to have a complete silver cable. Now, for the cable splitters, I decided to go with aluminum made ones, and they are very cheap. They actually feel like plastic ones. but these are made from aluminum, and they are mounted on the cable using two screws like that. So I will link to them in the description of the video too. And the last thing that I have to actually put on the cable is the outer PVC sleeve. This is a flexible sleeve that changes diameter like that. And I want to use that for a couple of reasons. The first one is that cotton attracts dust, and white cotton that will not look very good after a couple of months. Now, the second one is that this sleeve will also protect the cotton. It's harder to get it scratched or cut by some, I don't know, some parts of my equipment, especially behind the rack. And the last thing is that it's slick. It will be easier to move the cable on different surfaces. And also it does look better. I wanted to go with something white, and I found a sleeve that is white with silver elements, so it will be matching the cable perfectly. Now let's move that out of the way. And let's get back to the cable. The most important thing about this cable is the sound quality. So let's start to talk about that with my usual sections. Let's start with the bass. There is a common misconception that silver cables have less bass. That's not true. There is a lot of super clean, detailed and textured bass, but it's not bloated. It's clean, it's fast, it's very organic, but it's also very detailed. Best quality bass I've heard so far. It's not always obvious if the bass has a lot of details or not, because our ears are not exactly very, let's say, we don't have a very high resolution in our ears in the bass range. But if you will focus on your bass track, if you will focus on bass guitars and stuff like that, with different cables, you will hear a different amount of detail. And in the bass range, this is the most detailed speaker cable I've heard so far. The textures, all the details, all the flow of the bass lines is excellent. Now, moving on to the mid-range. The mid-range is the star of the show. All vocals have very rich natural timbre, and that's served with tons of details. Yet this cable never sounds analytical. It's never bright or dry. It's smooth in a way that best tube amplifiers are smooth, without any detail and transparency loss. Best mid-range I've heard so far. Second win. Now, let's move to the treble. Treble is the best I've heard in my life. Third win. You know how I love electrostats. So we have airy, very extended treble that has amazing clarity and transparency, but it's also buttery smooth. The music just flows in an effortless way, again with tons of detail, yet never being analytical. Another misconception is that pure silver cables are bright. They are not. They are just perfectly balanced. Maybe some of the thin silver-plated copper cables are bright. Yes, I can agree with that. But pure silver wires, pure silver cables are not bright. Never. Now, let's talk about the detail. There is also an opinion that silver cables are very detailed, and that's actually true. The silver cables have superb resolution. Every bit of information is there. It doesn't really matter if that's something small in the back or on the sides, it's all there. The amount of the info this cable is getting from the track is just unbelievable. And that gets us to imaging. Now, with good resolution, we usually have good imaging, but this cable has not good, but amazing resolution. This results in amazing imaging that's super wide, super deep, and super tall. There is a lot of space between instruments, their images have real sizes and clearly defined borders, and everything is 3D-like. This cable gets you the best imaging that your amplifier is capable of. Again, fourth win, yes, if I'm counting correctly. No, the fifth one. And the summary. It doesn't look like a super expensive thing. It doesn't look like a super duper audio hi-fi audiophile thing. But now I've been talking about this do-it-yourself cable in superlatives only, and there is a reason for that. This really is the best speaker cable I've heard in my life. Yes, it's better than Dragon's. It brings more detail and smoothness to the treble. Dragon is still excellent choice, make no mistake about that. These two cables leave all others in the dust, with AST Pure Silver taking the lead and becoming my reference cable. I had to save for 3 months to be able to get one, but it was worth it. It's not cheap, but if you will take a look at the prices of other cables made of pure silver that are available on the market, you will realize how much bargain are you getting with buying those. Still, you can lower the price by building the cable on your own, but if you're not up to it, you can also order a service from AST where guys there will create a cable for you. I am sure AST will make solid waves in audio world, and I'm sure the prices will only go up from here. Still today, this is the best speaker cable I've heard, and I will use it for all of my further tests. But most importantly, I will use it to relax and listen to my music collection in my available free time. And for that reason, even if the price rivals the price of some of the most expensive amplifiers I have reviewed here, I consider this cable a great value. So it gets my highest recommendation, and I am very grateful to AST guys for making pure silver wires way more accessible to our music lovers. Do compare the prices of these wires with anything silver, pure silver made from well-known brands, and you will jump out of your boots. Yeah. So thanks for watching this review. I hope you've had a wonderful day so far. If you liked this review, if it helped you in any way, you're more than welcome to support my channel by getting me a beer by PayPal link that's in the video description, or just super thanks on YouTube that are also available under the video. Stay tuned for the review of slightly newer XLR version of the cable with some last batches of the production line with supposedly better purity. When I was getting this cable, I was thinking also about getting another XLR because the first one is just excellent. So I got one of the latest batches, and AST says that these are even purer. I'm wondering if I will be able actually to hear the differences, so my idea is to do a comparison review of the two cables, and I will share the results with you. So stay tuned. It will take some time, because cable reviews do take time. The easiest and the simplest things to review are headphones and IAMs and all mobile stuff. Then we have amplifiers and digital to analog converters. And the things that are taking the longest are the cables, because you actually have to live with the cable and you have to listen to your music with different equipment to be able to tell the differences and the qualities of the cable. So again, thanks for watching. Wow, thanks for watching, and I hope you'll have a great Saturday ahead of you. Bye guys, and see you next time.